So my friend, if you're still doing the cold outreach or burning money on ads to get leads in 2025, you are doing it the hard way and I'm sorry. But I'm about to give you the exact system that actually gets us 5 to 10 qualified calls every single day without any of that struggle. And by the end of this video, you will have the complete blueprint to turn cold total strangers into highly qualified leads who are ready to pay in full. No fluff, no theory, and no stupid recycled internet advice. So you can chill out. And in case if you don't know, my name is Ackash Bhalla and I run this company called Experts Plan, wherein we help online experts and founders doing at least $3,000 to $5,000 install predictable sales and marketing systems right in their business so they can focus on delivering the service while our systems nurture and sells on their behalf. So before I go ahead and give you the exact lead generation system that you are going to install in your business, I want to show you the mirror. I mean, nobody is talking about this. Nobody is telling you the real reason why these things are happening in the first place, why you are not able to generate high quality leads. Like, despite the fact that you are doing everything that those gurus, those experts have told you to do, run ads, send cold emails, create good content. I mean, look at it. Ad cost compared to 2022, 23, in fact 2024, they have skyrocketed like anything, and in exchange what we are getting, way more shittier leads. Compare cold email deliverability. It has dropped so pathetically low, and now everyone is running behind creating so-called value-focused content. I want to deliver value to my market. And this is leading to what? This is leading to nothing but our calendars getting filled with nothing but tire kickers, nothing but window shoppers, looking around and not willing to invest in anything. So everything is happening because there is a major trust recession going on currently. Why is this trust recession happening, if you ask me? Basically, everyone is following the same given proven template, which was proven until so far. And now what happens? The potential lead, the potential prospect sees everyone from the same lens. Like, he just saw a content piece, and just after 3 more reels, he heard another coach, another consultant talking about the similar thing, just in a different setup. The pain point is the same. So if you see, in all honesty, today you have nothing leveraged. There is nothing that you have leveraged. You stop ads today, let's say your ads manager gets banned, permanently banned. You are no more running ads, and hence you don't have any business until unless you are running on referrals and all. But apart from that, if you see your cold email setup fucks up, you're done. There is nothing that you are leveraging on, and there is nothing that is getting compounded for you. Is there anything so far? I mean, if you see properly, we are building the castle on quicksand. So if we stop today, all is gone. Now what we need to do is we need to make a leverage shift. We need to start building assets in a manner that can actually be compounding over the period instead of we pumping it every single time. And if we don't do it, the system, the engine stops. This can't be the case. We need to start building things. Number one, which has to be compounding over the period. And number two, which has to be AI proof, right? We can't, I'm sure you know at this point, due to this AI boom, info is the least needed thing. If you think, or if so far your info business, your current business is running by putting the information behind the paywall, then my friend, I'm sorry. Trust me, go on ChatGPT, go on any of these AI LLMs, and you will see whatever you want to teach is already available, and that too for free. So now, what is that leverage that you are enjoying? That value, that information is already gone. And almost every other YouTuber, almost every other content creator is gonna tell the same value. Then why will a person stick with you? So now if you see, the highest earners in the market are doing what? They are no more doing the things the old traditional way. They are not doing. They are just leveraging those ways, but in the slightest of the slightest manner. They are trying to build leverage in a manner that even AI can't take. And that is exactly what I'm going to tell you. By the end of this video, what you are going to get, you are going to have a lead generation machine, which is gonna generate 24/7 leads. And not only that, it is gonna compound over the time even. So guys, this is the lead generation system. Now, please forgive me for this beautiful drawing. I would be going ahead and explaining to you everything in detail, step by step. So let's start fresh, okay? So we start with the first piece of this lead generation system, which is called as the authority magnet. Now, what is this authority magnet? This authority magnet is going to be your long form content piece. Now, you would be starting to create one long form content piece every week, and you would be creating that on YouTube. Why are we doing this specifically? Basically, if you remember, a few minutes back I told, we are today undergoing something called a trust recession. Nobody is trusting anybody. Your prospects, your ideal prospects who have the capacity to buy from you even, they're not trusting you. Why? Because you look exactly like everyone else in the market. So this is where we need to start building our own asset. We need to start stacking our own authority in the market. And there is nothing better than YouTube at this point. Trust me. Why? Because as per a report which was given out, it states that there is something called as 7-11-4 rule. Now, most of you would be knowing this, but if you don't, as per this 7-11-4 rule, a ideal prospect of yours would require at least 7 hours of exposure to your content or to you, to your value, to your knowledge, to make the decision to buy from you and become your client finally. Now, you tell me, what is a better medium than YouTube? Are you planning to run so many ads that you are going to hit that 7 hours of exposure? Are you planning to create so many TikToks or so many Instagram reels? Or you are planning to send so many cold emails? How are we planning to do that? And obviously, there is no better medium than creating content piece, let's say, which goes up to 30 to 40 minutes. You sit out, you create value, you create it for 30 to 40 minutes, a single piece of video. And imagine now your 7-hour exposure window, which was supposed to be covered in months and months, it gets shrinked to weeks. Correct? Now, what happens basically? Once you start creating this authority magnet, then we go on to leveraging this authority magnet, which is the second step. But I want to first go ahead and give you exactly how you are going to even create this authority magnet, which is this YouTube video. Now, there are a few prerequisites for this. Starting with number 1, which is your video or whatever is inside your video, it is of no use. People won't be buying your content because of your expertise. They would be buying how did you package the expertise. That is one very, very important thing that I want to start off with. So when I say package the video, yes, I mean, you only imagine, let's say you literally have made a video which is literally a gold mine of value. This video has so much of value that if anyone in your market ever watches, they would be so happy that finally I found this. But to find that video piece, it has to be packaged in a manner that the person would be happy to click or interested or intrigued enough to click that video. And what is required for you to make that click is basically the packaging. And what is comprised in packaging? Packaging comprises of nothing but the thumbnail of the video and the title of the video. As simple as that. So the most important thing, trust me, 90% of the value is held in the packaging of the video. And the remaining 10% is an actual expertise value that you are giving inside the video. Because if the person never clicks, how are you expecting them to watch that gold value of yours? So you need to make sure that your packaging is right on point. And packaging makes, by the way, a huge amount of difference. If you want me to give you an example, okay, I guess a few months back, I made a video which was how to find your first client, okay, or how to find your first 3 clients. Now, if you see this compared to another title of the video, which I later down rehashed the same video, which was how to find your next 3 clients. I didn't change much in that video. But what is happening? Here the title was focused around how to find your first 3 clients. That means it is speaking to those people who are starting from scratch, who are beginners, who are looking to find their first 3 clients. And that is exactly the kind of crowd which I was getting. People who didn't have any money to buy my services, my programs, my things. And hence, I realized, okay, my packaging is messing up. And that is what you need to figure out. You need to go check, is all your, or when you are creating the content piece, make this sure that your title aligns with the persona. Is it actually speaking how to find your next 3 clients? That means you have already have clients and now you need to find the next 3 clients. That small word made such a drastic change, and that video started getting us literally so good amount of leads, and that too very qualified. So yeah, I mean, this is one angle of it which you need to keep in mind. So when it comes to making thumbnails, there are few things that I am seeing currently happening in the market. Now, I don't know what the trend would be later down the line, but this is what so far I am seeing. If you are in a market which is very mature, when I say mature, I mean, let's say in a market you're serving coaches, consultants, educated businessmen, or people who already are making good money, then that is kind of mature, educated market. So if that is the market, then my friend, you need to go with clean, not much edited thumbnails. And secondly, make sure they are not AI made thumbnails. And thirdly, try making them like focused around only 2 to max 3 elements and nothing more. In fact, I would say stick to 2 elements only. Don't go beyond that even. So don't go beyond that even. So this is how, if you keep these things in mind, you can actually pump out such good thumbnails. I have started seeing they like such thumbnails which I am making following these guidelines. They are performing very well so far, very well. And moreover, there is another thing that I want to add in over here for the title part specifically, which is that now there are at times people asking, or we have clients inside my company experts plan even, people are asking, Akash, how should we write titles? How should we create good titles? The best way to do is, I would recommend you, there is a tool called vidIQ. Go on this, like I would say go for the subscription plan. It's one heck of an investment, very good. And download their Chrome extension. Once you have their Chrome extension, now open your YouTube account. Once you open, you will start seeing the outliers, all the outlier scores. Now, every video that you see will be having some sort of number written with the X. And this exactly is the outlier, which means this video has performed 2.3 times more than this person's old videos. It means this basically. Now, forgive my such a mess on the whiteboard, but yeah. Nonetheless, if you are going ahead with vidIQ, this will help you identify what are those videos which are popping out. And moreover, there is a complete strategy. Let me go ahead and give you the exact strategy as well. How it starts with, once you have your vidIQ account in place, what you need to do is basically go ahead and filter out 5 to 10 your competitors on YouTube. Once you have their list, now open each one's account and see what are those videos which have done at least 5x or beyond. Once you have this number, these are basically the outliers. What have performed well for their niche. Now, if you're calling them competitors, it means they are serving the same kind of market that you are trying to serve, correct? Now, you start creating something along this line only. Now, this is where a very important part walks in, which is don't just start picking up their titles and start copying. I have learned this after making so many mistakes, after creating so many videos which have literally flopped. Now, you need to put on new lens and take this home today, which is you're not going to see titles as just titles and I'm going to just copy. No, you are going to see every title as a template, which you can just use for your business. Now, let's say there is one template which I have seen, one video title which is going very viral these days. YouTube is on easy. Okay, let me just erase this. YouTube is on easy mode, and that was the title of the video. Now, I saw someone in my own niche create YouTube is on easy mode for online business owners. Now, if you see, that person exactly saw it as a template. He took the template, he added his own twist, which was at the last online business owners, and this became his title. And it performed wonderfully well for him. Now you also need to start looking at this. You need to start picking the titles and you need to see it as, okay, let's say how to get 5 new clients for your consultation business. Let's say this is the title. Okay. Now you can probably replace it for your, let's say agencies. How to get your next 3 clients or 3 customers for your marketing agency or whatever. Did you see? I just took it as a template and reused it for my own business, and that is exactly what you need to do. So this is one very crisp way of doing it. This is how I know many people are doing currently, and they are pumping out great videos. Okay. So with that said, I hope this clears out how you are going to create your YouTube video. Now, this doesn't end. There is one more last thing that I want to add for you, which is your video is not just going to be random, or a video wherein you are just pumping in information and giving away value. No, you don't have to do that, my friend. You need to make sure that your entire video is having very, very natural call to actions, which push people to book a call, buy a product, buy a program, buy your community, whatever it is, enroll for your community, whatever it is. We need to have on multiple spots different call to actions and natural call to action, which don't feel salesy at all. So I tell this multiple times to my clients, which is use first call to action around 30% of the video, second around 50%, and then by the end of this video, which is the 100% of the video. Okay. So these are the decent natural placements. But for our own clients, when we are working with them inside my company experts plan, then we understand where the drop-offs are, where customer where the viewer is tending to leave. And that is where in the next video, we start placing the call to actions there itself. So this is the most important way or the most impactful way how you can create authority magnet video. Okay. Or authority magnet for yourself. The first step of the lead generation system, which is going to work for you 24/7. Now, okay. And before I move to the second part, I also have one more very important tip to give. Please stop looking at the metrics. Don't be the content creator. You are not a content creator. I so want to scream this out in the world and tell you clearly that we guys are not content creators. We are entrepreneurs leveraging content. As simple as that. We are not here to leverage. We are not here to go for virality. We are not here to go for views, get more subscribers. No. Our goal is how we can find the hottest lead who is ready to pay for my service and get just pay in full and get enrolled, get onboarded with me and start working. That's all. So this is what our aim is. Please stop looking at the metrics. I know some people who are in the service world, who are experts, but still they look at their YouTube dashboards like God. I mean, every metric they are tracking. This is their I don't even know. I haven't even checked in so long. There are only two things that I look at mainly. Is basically how much did this video perform? You have that 1 out of 10, the placement of the video. How did it perform compared to last? That is one metric that I check. And the second metric is my CTR. What is the CTR? Now that just tells me how my packaging is. As simple as that. I don't look at anything else. Now, if you are obviously, if you're working with experts plan, then we go into details, we check everything for you, and then we create a custom roadmap, a custom plan for you. So yeah, if you are a coach, consultant, service provider, or an online founder looking to install predictable sales and marketing systems in your business so that you can focus on other things, then yeah, go ahead, book free strategy call below and let us guide you through how we can install this system exactly for you. But coming back to the point, if you are looking at these two metrics, make sure that at least your video is above 5 out of 10 in the bare minimum case. And when it comes to CTR, your CTR should be at least 4 to 5%. This is bare minimum. And a good range is 7 to 12%. This is what I have seen for my content pieces. I have seen for our client content pieces. If they are made perfectly, the packaging is great. This is what performs. Okay, so if you're doing this all by yourself, then these are the two only metrics that you need to focus on. Apart from that, don't focus on anything else. Now, moving to the second layer, or the second stage of this system, which is the distribution system. Now, what are we going to do? Basically, we are going to take your authority magnet and repurpose it into short form content pieces, nothing else. We are going to find at least 4 to 5 unique angles out of that. Let's say if I have made a video on how to use ClickUp, let's say for example, or how to use Asana. Now in that case, I can create 4 to 5 unique angles around that. Let's say the best tool that any online service business owner should be using. One should be that. Or how to replace 100 tools by using one. Again, these are just different unique angles that you can have. And this will help you create, this will help you create nothing but amplification of that main authority magnet video, if you remember. Yeah. Of this main authority magnet YouTube video, people will start coming back to this video. Now, how will people start coming back to this video, you ask? Once you post these content pieces, all these content pieces will have a very, very clear call to action. By the way, we are not going to push people to buy anything from us in these short form content pieces. The whole sole goal or the core call to action would be that the best that I have seen so far is just comment to DM. ask them to comment, and in the DM, you send them nothing but the link of this main authority magnet itself, nothing else. Okay. There are other ways as well. There are multiple story formats that we use inside Experts Plan. There are multiple different strategies, but this is one of the most commonly used, and this works every time. So this is kind of a leak-proof strategy which you can immediately use, and I wanted to give you exactly that. So moving on, what you need to do is you need to create 4 to 5 unique angle-based short-form content pieces, which are essentially promoting your authority magnet in itself only, but there is one catch. The catch is this authority magnet. Now you need to make sure it cannot be every content piece is talking about, I have made a YouTube video, comment this and get the link. No, it cannot be the case. Now, why? Basically, people after the first 1 or 2, they would start recognizing the pattern. Okay, he's again and again pitching in the same video, which I have already seen. Now, obviously, we would be reaching the new audience as well, but I want you to be smart over here. Use, when you are creating this unique angle pieces, also try repackaging your authority magnet. Now, I don't mean go change on YouTube or anything. By that, I simply mean instead of saying in your short form content piece that comment this X word and I'll send you my YouTube video link, instead say, I have created a private training, which is a 40 minutes training and I'll send you that. Now, obviously, don't say private, just say a training, or just try using different angles, different call to actions. At least they should feel different and unique every time. That is what I have tested, and that works best. Instead of you using or promoting the same one call to action again and again. So that doesn't work. So please try doing that. Okay. Now there is one way, just if you want to know that, which is LinkedIn is basically used for building credibility. That is one. Instagram is used for building your personality. That is another one. And YouTube is used for building your authority. Now, this is how, and moreover, there are different layers as well if you are interested in. Email is used for building your relationship. This is how I look at content world. And this is how you should also start leveraging every platform in its own essence, how, what it is good at, what it is good for you. Okay. Now, once people start watching these short form content pieces, now, by the way, if you see, there is another thing before I forget, how things have started working in your favor. Earlier also you were creating content. Earlier you were just creating random content pieces. Earlier you were just posting some reels here and there. But now everything is so strategically working in your favor. When you create these content pieces, now people are not just, now your ideal consumers are not just watching this and scrolling through. Now let's say they comment. They are taken more deeply into your funnel. Correct? Now they are more deep into your funnel. Now they watch this 40 minutes video. And then why I personally recommend YouTube as well is because it is one of the best retargeting system. It will start retargeting your another video. If the person has watched, it will show them the another video of yours, which is very similar, which YouTube feels that this person would enjoy, as another video to be watched in the top right corner, probably. Or it will start recommending your videos in their main feed. There you go. Tell me if there is any, and by the way, now you can say that there are multiple different platforms which are doing that already, but I don't see any other platform which is doing it to such a granular degree. YouTube has cracked it to another level. So this is where you should be using YouTube as a platform. Okay. Now, once you have started creating this distribution and people have started getting redirected from short form content pieces back to this authority magnet content piece, the main YouTube anchor piece. Now the goal is, my friend, to start filtering the shit leads out. Because let's say there are 100 people coming to your main YouTube video and they are watching that YouTube video. Okay. And they feel like, okay, and if you follow my 30, 50, 100 call to action system, they would naturally be pushed into the funnel wherein they want to book the call. But now we need to start filtering the right kind of leads for us. I only want those leads who are actually of use to us. And this is where you need to start basically setting up qualifications. Now, because if you see what is our goal, how we can generate highest possible quality of good leads for a business. So this is the third step in the business, which is of qualification. Let me just turn to a new page. So how you are going to qualify the leads. Now, before I add on to this, there is also one more thing that you can do, by the way. Qualification, in case if you're interested in knowing this, though I'm just trying to give you as much I can. Now, what you need to do is, when distribution phase is in picture, what we do for our clients, this is the place where we now leverage few ads. We run few awareness campaigns. The goal is, again, not to cold sell. It is not to cold pitch directly. We want them to also enter the funnel. Either we are running ads on YouTube so that they start watching our authority magnet videos. And every video, by the way, is acting as its own salesman, right? Because every video has its own call to actions. So let's say you produce 10 videos. So now there are 10 salesmen who are working day in, day out. And then there are these short form content pieces who are amplifying these authority magnet, these main YouTube videos. That is how you build. I'm sure now you can start seeing how we have started building an ecosystem that is actually going to be leveraging, because more content you create, more personal branding you're doing, like on autopilot, more people have started trusting you, more authority is getting added in your name, in your company's name. That is how you build this entire thing. And that is when you start getting so many leads that you now have to qualify. Now, how do we do this? Basically, there are few ways. I'm going to just share one or two which are most effective. So the first one is having qualifying forms. That is one of the most easiest things that we recommend our clients at Experts Plan. And by the way, so far, if you have understood and you already want this to be installed for your business, go ahead and go ahead and click the link below. There would be a calendar booking form. So fill that and someone from my team would be in touch with you to help you install this entire thing in your business so that you can focus on other aspects of your business. Coming back. Now these qualification forms, what are these specifically? You need to have qualifying questions in these forms. These questions exactly tell you what you want to know specifically, or what is your criteria to define that this person will be becoming my client or customer. That is one. The second is make these forms a bit longer than average. This is what I have seen. And just for your information, we don't use this very often. We only use, let's say if you're getting too much leads and now you want to start filtering out most of the bad leads from good leads, that is when you increase the form length and you add more questions. Basically, you are increasing the friction in the qualification process. Hence, more serious leads would be getting filtered out. And this is where, this is what most of the experts out there in the space are doing, are leveraging. Okay. So the best way to do is having qualifying questions. If the person, let's say, fills out a question wherein for the purpose of ease, I'll just take a simple question. Let's say you have a question of how much revenue are you currently making with your business? Now, if the person is serious enough, they would be giving you the exact answer. Now, let's assume you have a ticket size of $5,000 that you are currently selling your customers at. Okay. And you ask in your question that what is your current revenue, and you have given option as $0 to $1,000, then $1,000 to $2,000 and beyond. Okay. And let's say the person selects this. Now, as a matter of fact, this person is not a fit for you. And there is no need of you to go down this route of getting on a call, understanding, explaining, and then getting a no as an answer because they don't have money. So this is where the simplest thing is put qualifying questions in your step or in your calendar forms, which you are giving below the video. Okay. That is one of the most simplest ways that you can do. Now, once you have them on the call, now this becomes those highly qualified leads who have booked calls with you. And there is one more thing that I missed out, which is please make sure that your calendar, whichever tool you're using, though, go for Calendly only. Don't choose any other. I have tested out cal.com. We have also tested out Go High Level, though their mails at times go to spam. So yeah, Calendly is one of the best tools that we have seen so far. So try leveraging that only, and make sure that all the event email reminders and all are activated in this so that your lead doesn't misses out on this call with you. Okay. Now, the lead which is now coming on your demo call, on your strategy call, that person is so much convinced. Why? Because this person has gone through so much content from you, the authority magnet and multiple authority magnets. At time, I have seen people who come on my strategy calls And when I ask them, like, what is that one content piece that you have watched? And they're like, no, I have watched 6, 7, 8 videos of yours. They have literally spent hours and hours with my content. So they are already so much exposed to what I think, how I think. And that is what we need exactly. And then not only that, there are people who have watched the short form content as well. So there are multiple touch points even happening. And then when they are serious about booking the call with me, now can you assume, like, can you even imagine what is the degree of seriousness this person would be holding when this person comes on call? This person is now trying to just pay and get enrolled and get started with us. That is what we exactly need. Now, by the last, I just want to wrap up by saying one thing, which is, please stop being the chasers. Stop chasing everything around. Stop. I am personally not a huge fan of outreaching, though I'm not against outreaching. Obviously, this has been one of the best things that is available that people are still leveraging and getting clients. But what I believe is, why don't we shift or make a mindset shift of becoming that lead magnet ourselves and start building assets for ourselves, which can continue attracting right quality of leads and customers to us throughout without we putting effort or our efforts continuously exponentially rising. I don't want that to happen. So try thinking around this. And if you have any doubts regarding this lead generation system, feel free to ask in the comments below. I would be more than happy to help you around. And finally, if you are a coach, consultant, service provider, or a content creator looking to install predictable sales and marketing systems in your business without disturbing anything that you are doing so that you can focus more on the delivery side and want consistent leads, predictable leads coming to you who are ready to pay upfront in full, then there is a calendar link below. Feel free to book a call. Someone from my team, me or someone else, would be more than happy to walk you through how we can install and what exactly we can do for you. So yeah, with that said, I will see you in the next video. Cheers.